Okay, I'm just getting it out there. Okay, how can you or anyone be so sure in your conviction to rule out a religion or a belief when you don't even know the facts? So how can you just say, no, I don't believe in that, but you don't know the facts, you haven't looked into it? I think when it's something as big as religion and it's something as big as Jesus Christ and it's something as big as that, I think before you turn your back on it, I think before you say no, I think you should really look into it. I think if you were to look at it as an adult, you would understand it a lot better. I think when we was children, we had children's minds. I think to look at it now, I think with a fresh perspective as an adult, I think you'd get something from it. And I think your eyes would be opened, and it will really show you what you're meant for individually, what you're meant for, what you're meant to do. And it will, not maybe, it will impact your life and everyone around you. You haven't got to change anything. You haven't got to start doing anything. Just take a look. Just have a look. Get the facts, because there's a lot of facts. There's a lot of historical facts. So many. There's so much evidence. And to be able to rule it out without looking at the evidence, I don't understand how people can just say, no, I don't believe in that. Oh, it's all hokum. It's all nonsense. That's your opinion, absolutely. But have you actually read the Bible? And you don't even need to read the Bible. I'll come to religion and I haven't fully read the Bible all the way through myself yet. I came to Jesus through my own experience, which you guys know about anyway. But if you feel like there's something missing, if you ever catch yourself thinking, what's the point? Why am I here? What's my purpose? Why am I on this earth? I'm on this earth for such a short time. If you're worried about death, if you're thinking, if you're worried, if you have anxiety about dying or that, once you become a Christian, that's gone. Why? Because you'll find out. You'll find the secret. It's just this massive secret, but it's not a secret. We want you to know. We want you to be involved. We want you to be part of our family. Because once you know the secret of life, you're not worried about death anymore. You're not worried about your purpose anymore. You're not worried about any of that because you know what it is. You know what it is. And once you figure it out, you just get this massive sense of joy and relief that you're just like, I am in the most important relationship on this planet. And as soon as you realise that, as soon as you figure that out, you're going to be happy and you're going to change and you're going to be better for it in the long run. But just don't rule it out until you've actually looked into it. And I know it's difficult. Where do you start? Well, just ask any random Christian you see, where do you start? Because it is hard. Where do you start? There's so much out there. Where do you start? Where do you start? And I think to start is to ask, first of all, who is Jesus? And I think that's the first thing to ask. Who is he? Who is he and what does he represent? And he represents peace and love and forgiveness. And there's nothing bad there. Do you know what I mean? He just wants us to be good people, to be forgiven. He came so we could be forgiven. He gave his... I know a lot of people say, oh, why did God give his only son? That's where it gets a bit confusing, because when Jesus was crucified, he won. He did what he came to do, to show everyone that he could defeat death. And that's what he did. But, like I say, to really get into it, you know, you need to first of all, if you want to look at the facts, and that's all you want to look at, I would suggest you watch a film called It's a Case for Christ. It's on Prime Video. It's about a journalist that's trying, his wife has come to religion and he's an atheist. So it's a film about an atheist trying to disprove the resurrection of Jesus Christ. If you want to look for facts, he has a book as well. He has the book, but the film's on Prime. Just take a look at that and see what you think. I think that's a good place to start. A Case for Christ. I think that's a really good place to start. If you're wondering about Jesus and who he was, I would start there. So A Case for Christ, Prime Video. I would look it up and watch it. That's where I'd start if I was you. If you want to. It's okay if you don't. That's up to you. Do you know what I mean? God's going to call you anyway, so. Okay.